you heard the saying, baked beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you... Well, exactly. Well, this recipe is great. It's Boston baked beans. The first thing we need to do is cook our beans. The beans that I use for this recipe are bolotti beans. What you do is you get your beans, you put them in copious amounts of water, straight up dried. So 5 to 6 times the volume of your beans. So if you've got 100 grams, you're going to use like maybe a litre or more. So we start off for this recipe with 400 grams of beans. So we're using like maybe 4 to 5 litres of water to cook the beans in. They need to be able to be loose. And into the water, I put a whole tomato, 1 bay leaf, and about a cup of olive oil. And I boil them vigorously to start with. And what you'll notice is that the skins first, they go all wrinkly. And then gradually as the bean hydrates, they fill out and they get lovely and plump and soft. And what you're looking for, and this is really important, is the bean should be soft, okay? Soft at this point. The skin should be all intact. You can see these, no salt. Never cook pulses with salt. It is the golden rule, because what happens is they get hard like bullets and they'll never get soft again. It's probably better if you overcook your beans the first time, because when we add our pancetta, which is salty, it makes the beans go firm again. So if you don't cook them far enough and you add salt, they're going to get hard and unpalatable. So the first thing we're going to use is our tomato ketchup. Lots and lots of tomato ketchup. I actually don't know how much it is, but you'll get the recipe online. We've got diced onions, we've got brown sugar, we've got hot English mustard, we've got our Worcestershire sauce. The last liquid is our molasses, which is going to give a really rich, dark colour. And it's a little bit sharp as well, which is kind of weird. We'll just bring it to the boil, just to help dissolve those sugars. And we're going to put all our pancetta in there. So that's about 400 grams of pancetta. Now, if you want to make them vegetarian, just leave the pancetta out and just add salt for seasoning. Now that's hot. Simply, we pour all of that into our beans. Now, I should have mentioned, with the beans, when we cook them, once you get to a point where you're happy with your beans, okay, they're soft, you might have lots of water left, or during the cooking process, if the water does evaporate, always add boiling water to your cooking beans. Never cold water, because that again will make them go a little bit hard. You want to add hot water, boiling water to your beans as they cook. Now we're doing the baking part, okay? Now I just hope that I can get all my beans in this tray. So you can see they're quite liquidy. So what we're going to do here, we're going to line the top with parchment paper, and this will just help preventing a skin or from the beans from burning. And then we're going to cover them with foil, and that'll trap in some of the moisture. And these will go in the oven at 150 degrees for about an hour. And there we go. So into the oven, 1 hour, 150 degrees, and then we'll check our beans, and they should be ready for going on our toast. Yum. Well, it is unbelievable. The rain has come in here, and I tell you, you got a tin roof when you hear the rain like that. It's amazing. There was thunder, which is probably perfect for my baked beans, because it's all got kind of like cold and you need something warming. So let's check them out. Oh. So you want to check them after an hour. And if they don't look like they're cooked, just leave them in, because some temperatures, some ovens will vary a lot. So just be careful when you're undoing the tops of your beans, because the steam's going to come out. And we've got the parchment paper. Oh, yummy, yummy. And now what we do is just going to get a nice big spoon. Just going to mix those through. And that is some delicious baked beans. Now, can you imagine a nice big piece of sourdough, lots of butter all over it, baked beans, some cheddar cheese, and then a couple of poached eggs on top. Oh, I'm in heaven.